Hello, this is @TeachSmith. I'm a secondary school English teacher trying to help my GCSE students to revise. I've done some revision raps, but today I'll be talking about the first ghost in A Christmas Carol, that is the ghost of A Christmas Past. I also just wanted to take a moment to say thank you to everyone who's been watching the videos. I've had some particular success with my method for comparing different poems in the Power and Conflict Poetry cluster. If that interests you, I'll be leaving a link to that video at the end of this video. I will also be having another revision rap coming up soon for A Christmas Carol. So, in A Christmas Carol, Stave 2, we are introduced to the ghost of Christmas Past. Now, what I'm going to do is a brief overview using this revision card that I've created, and then I'm also going to afterwards go into more depth. So, this quotation, "But the strangest thing about it was that from the crown of its head there sprung a bright clear jet of light." Now, the ghost has been portrayed in, for example, the version of Scrooge with Jim Carrey, the animated Disney version, which is excellent by the way. There's a few moments that are a little bit odd, for example when Scrooge shrinks down to the size of a rat or a mouse, but generally it's very good. And in that version, they take this idea of the ghost of Christmas Past being like a candle, almost too literally, but it is interesting. Why does Dickens portray the ghost of Christmas Past as a candle? So the jet of light could symbolise a candle illuminating the past and representing possible redemption. Scrooge has kind of repressed memories almost. He kind of doesn't want to think about the past because he was a very different person, and he also had quite a difficult childhood, as we find out when we go back into his memories, go back into his childhood. The ghost is trying to make him reconnect with his childhood, trying to make him think about who he was, where he came from, maybe some of the good things about him as a child, and also some of the struggles he went through and why that's made him perhaps the bitter man that he is in the present. And possible redemption, what do I mean by that? So often a candle represents hope, it represents positivity, it represents a way to go to a better place, you know, a light in the darkness, a light at the end of the tunnel. So that's what this symbolises also. So it's those two main things, illuminating the past and representing possible redemption. At this point, if you want to skip to the end of the video, that's fine. Otherwise, please keep watching and I'll try and go into a bit more depth. So this is the extract that I took the quotation from. Now remember, in your exam, you will be given an extract and it will always be on a character or a theme. Now the ghosts will definitely be something that you need to revise. The three ghosts, the ghost of Christmas past, present and yet to come. Okay, not future, yet to come. It could well be this extract. Okay, last year it was the ghost of Christmas yet to come. So it could be the turn of the ghost of Christmas past. So remember, when you have the extract in front of you, the examiner wants to see close analysis from the extract and then you showing that you understand where this extract fits within a novel. Why it appears in Stave 2, why it appears that is in the second chapter, what is interesting about it in itself, but then what is the links that you can make, what are the links, sorry, that you can make to the wider novella, to the wider novel. Why is it placed here? Okay, so we have some interesting things to talk about. I just wanted to draw your attention to the quotation that I had originally, which is in red. Then there's a couple of other things that we can talk about. So firstly, we have this interesting juxtaposition between being a child and being an old man. Why is that? Now I just want to give my personal thoughts on that. So a child and an old man. A child because it's the past. A child because it's Scrooge's childhood. But an old man because this ghost has perhaps been doing this for a very long time. So the ghost is both held in the past, held in childlike innocence, but also is wise by this experience, or has been through this so long. So there's this strange paradox. The second one I want to talk about are about the arms. The arms are very long and muscular. The hands the same, as if its hold were of an uncommon strength. Why is that? Why does this ghost this spirit have such strong arms and hands. Okay, it's not because he was lifting in the gym, it's because of the strength of the past, the strength of memory. Think about how much hold memory has over you, how much your childhood has over you, how much strength that has. It forms you, and also difficult memories can be very difficult to let go. Even if they're repressed, even if they're buried in your subconscious, they can still have an effect on you. Okay, Freud was very interested in this, of course, as are many other psychologists and psychiatrists. Okay, that's a more perceptive point. Again, don't dwell on these perceptive moments, just sprinkle them in there. Sprinkle them in there and you will impress the examiner. And perhaps even because the arms need to be strong because the person will not want to see the past. So the strength needs to be there to kind of drag them almost kicking and screaming into the past. They need this strength in order to make sure the person confronts their past. Finally, the quotation at the bottom, a great extinguisher for a cap, which it now held under its arm. Now, I referred to this in my revision wrap. I'll link in the end screen at the end of the video. Why this extinguisher cap? So it's very common in Victorian times that you would have a kind of cap on the end of a stick or the end of a pole that you would put out lights with, put out candles with, put out lanterns with, perhaps even to keep your fingers safe, to also keep the wick safe. Now, Scrooge tries for a moment to use this before the ghost has done its job, and it's not going to happen. Okay, it only happens when the ghost has done his job. It only happens when the ghost is ready to leave. I hope that this has been useful. I hope that this has been an interesting video for you, and I hope to see you again. Thank you very much.